So my father was right. The Guru was right. As you apply these practices of service, satsang, meditation, and other things we'll share with you today, you do discover the Guru within you. Your intuitive voice becomes louder and louder and louder. And when you listen to it, it guides you. And as you apply its guidance, your life comes into a life that is filled with grace. And people have talked here about hard work, the hard work we have to do. No, we don't. We just need to be the gods that we are and let the energy flow through us, and it will bring to us everything that we need in perfect time. There is a way that is hard work, and there is a way that is just being in the field of grace and letting grace support you. I would like that everybody comes into a state of consciousness where the universe literally rolls in ecstasy at your feet, so pleased to have you existing in the web of life. So me, when the Guru said to me, "You can never capture grace," I didn't like that. Because I'd already had experiences of grace, and I thought, wow, can you live your life in that flow all the time? And so my question then to the universal field is, what do I need to do to constantly live my life in this current of grace? Because while you cannot capture grace, there are things that you can do that will put you into the current where grace is constantly flowing. You can match frequencies with the energy of grace so that your whole being is an expression of grace in motion. Yes? That's the focus. So many stories here. As Newton was saying, I applied the techniques of meditation, and you know, for me, I spent 5 years really battling with my monkey mind. How many of you find the mind can shut up just like that? Sometimes, you know, I'd sit in meditation and the gurus had said, you have to go to the place of no mind. And I was always battling my mind, going, you are not in no mind, you're thinking, you know, just always. But now and then a bit of magic would happen and you'd sit down to meditate at maybe 11 o'clock and you just go somewhere you don't know because you're in the space of no mind, and suddenly you're back and it's 12 o'clock and you go, where was I? I don't know, my mind wasn't there because I was in no mind, but boy do I feel good. Yeah? But it didn't happen all the time. In the meantime, the mind chatter, monkey mind. And I realized for me, as the inner one began to guide me, that we need to use the mind as a friend, to have no part of us in conflict, no part of us in struggle, to honor and love every part of us, but to understand what every part of us does and to give it its right job. So one of the first things with living on prana is introducing the body to the real master that you are, so that when you as the master speak and set clear intention on how you want the physical system to operate, the physical system says, yes, master, and does it in an instant. Does that sound good? Many years ago in deep meditation, Babaji came to me. And Babaji is one of the beings that has been guiding me on the inner planes. When I first saw a photo of Babaji, I fell in love. I didn't know who he was. And I carried the photo around for many years until that energy manifested in my meditation one day. And Babaji said to me very clearly, there is only one reason that a human being has a physical, emotional, and mental body system. And that is so that the divine one that you are can know what life is like in this plane of duality. I like that. One reason. The rest is detail. All the rest we get distracted with is detail. So I realized in my own journey, and this was a time when I was struggling, because living on prana, when you begin to do this consciously, in that you never take physical food anymore, okay? Zip, no more eating physical food, all right? what happens in the physical body is the physical body loves it. Straight away the physical body went, woohoo, no more digestion, no more elimination, yay, holiday. Okay? Because it loves it. And do not underestimate, the physical body knows how to do this. You have all lived on prana purely. There was a point in your own evolution when you separated from source and became individualized, where you lived on cosmic particles, on the ethers. And then as you descended further into matter and took on board the conditioning of this world and densified, then you lost the memory of how to do this, but your body remembers. So your body, when you begin to live purely on prana, it goes, thank God, about time. That's the physical body. The emotional body, it starts to have different reactions. And one of the reasons for this is because all of our socializing, nearly, is done around food. If you go on a date, some man asks you out, would you like to come for dinner? Okay. You know, your romantic realities, someone dies and you are celebrating their transition into another realm. What do? You gather, you share food. The birth of a baby, you gather, you share food. You have your dinner parties. So much of our social fabric is involved around food. So we have a huge dependence on an emotional body level to eating physical food. So what you find is you have one part of you going, woohoo, I'm living on prana again, my master's remembered. And then you have this emotional body confrontation and sometimes a little bit of, for example, nobody asks you out for dinner anymore. They don't know what to do with you. They might be having a dinner party with their friends. Should we invite Jasmuheen? No, she doesn't eat, and that gets a bit uncomfortable. So people feel more uncomfortable with your presence than you do, because as a master you learn to be in any situation with every single human being and be in harmony regardless. That's our training. But for other people, they can feel uncomfortable, and so it can be a little socially alienating. Mentally, you are constantly being challenged, because what rises within you are deep, deep layers of years and lifetimes of conditioning. Maybe you had a lifetime where you starved to death in a concentration camp or some other sort of situation. Maybe you had a lifetime, as I have had many lives in India, where you starved to death. I had an experience, my beginning with learning, with asking, okay? Because when you're gifted with an ability, when this ability comes to you, it comes to you, one, because you have sought to understand something with a sincere heart, and two, the gifting of this is beneficial for human evolution.